People are experiencing a complicated world. The complexity of the world often upsets and blends people's mind. They got lost in their lives, deeper and deeper in their pursuit of fame and fortune. Therefore, this artwork initially is to remind people to take back their attention on the foundation where they stand, to remind people to see, to recognize, and to perceive themselves. The first question of this artwork is to find the proper representation of oneself for him to perceive. So in this issue, I draw inspiration from Joseph Cortez's work, One and Three Chairs. In that work, he presents a real chair, a photograph of the chair, and a definition of the chair from a dictionary. So you can see actually there are three kinds of representation of the chair. The first one is the real chair object. It represents the conceptual meaning of the chair. The second one is the visual representation of the chair, the photograph. It also represents the conceptual meaning of the chair. And the third one is the verbal definition that people give it. So in this artwork, there are also three kinds of representation of oneself. First, there is a performer himself sitting on a chair, representing himself as an object, as well as his self-consciousness. The second one is the visual representation of the performer given by the mirror and video records. The last one is the self-statement of the performer written by himself, representing his self-consciousness. The definition of one's self is different from the self-statement. The definition is a more stable thing, while the self-statement is like one's self-cognition. It is a gradually progressing process, so it changes with time. To reflect this feature in this show, the pre-recorded self-statement is designed to be different from his real-time whispering. Audiences are not able to observe this difference because they will hear the pre-recorded self-statement from the speaker rather than his real-time whispering. I want to express that no one will truly know a person, not even himself. This is to call into question the understanding and communication among people. So there are two kinds of video records. One is pre-recorded, the other is real-time recording. These video records actually not only record the visual images of the performer, but also record the time that reflects the progressing process of the self-cognition. They are dividedly displayed on monitor A and monitor B to have a contrast about this issue. This artwork has a prospect to become an interactive internet artwork. We can eliminate the performer and remain the installation to let audiences to participate in. Audiences can sit down on a chair and do their self-reflection and self-cognition in front of the digital video, and their images will be recorded and synchronically displayed on monitor A to let them watch. And meanwhile, this video is recorded, saved, and coded in a database to upload to a website. Participants can create their accesses to sign in this website to watch their videos as well as others. Besides, they can also make appointment online to participate into this work again and again to do their self-reflection and self-cognition. And their previous video will be displayed on monitor B to have a contrast. So this work may become a private self-cognition system.